Hello, hello, hello. Move myself into the centre of this camera would probably help. So, fun times ahead tonight for the stream. There's a bit of light on as well, probably help. It's a bit dark in this room, unfortunately. One thing I always forget, headphones. Can't miss out on the DS9 music. So, how are we all doing on this fine Thursday after the lovely extended downtime and the week of the summer ship? Hey Archmuggles, oh, I'm just going to call you Squirrel. This is my free-to-play account, so I'm just grabbing the Phoenix pack just now and I'll get back over onto my main. And as if by magic, we're still on DS9. So, for the joys of tonight, we have mail. Half expected that to be Crive, to be honest. Need to get that back up on the exchange and see if we can make some EC. I say, Epic Launcher decided to do a massive update today. To the exchange first off, and then I'll talk through what I'm planning on doing this evening. So 29 of 47. So it would be nice if my stuff would actually sell, but there's not that many folk. Speak of the devil, there he is. I'm going to start blocking you up the sided. Nice. So I've so far upgraded the Shrike, Rex, what else did I upgrade? Shrike, Rex. Well, I can't actually bloody remember what I upgraded. But there will be a lot more upgrading to be done. So I did the Rex, the Shrike. I'm not doing the Gorn Hunter because I hate flying the ship with that bloody spinny thing. That's right, I did the Liberated Borg, the Suliban, the Atlas, because I like doing little theme builds on that one. On the Vadwar Juggernaut, that was the other one upgraded. So I've had plenty of fun so far, plenty more to go. So I just want to see what's happening in Discord. Oh god, I'm just going to ignore Discord just now. Too many comments to be made in so little time. So, back to tonight. Hey, Toxin. I'm actually quite thankful I switched over to... Hey, Dan. I switched back to Restream, which is the paid multi-platform streaming service, because Stream Elements Live was causing me nothing but problems. I wasn't getting notifications up. I wasn't getting any chats working, so I had to constantly watch the Twitch and YouTube feeds separately on my Mac. But Restream was working flawlessly, so I'll just keep paying for that. Oh, and speaking of the notifications, thank you very much for the bits there, Dan. So, yeah, so back to tonight's stream. So, as the description says, we do a Korfez. Everybody wants to join, feel free to do so. I'm going to jump into the Ark Royal and try my luck with that, if I can remember what ship it is in here. Now, I really should do like Spencer does and just name them what they actually are. God, Mr. Experience in Discord. There it is there. Right. So, I'm going to take this out for a spin today. Then we have... sort this all out. So at the moment I've got 20 keys. So I'll be opening boxes there. I've got 91 Phoenix packs sitting at the moment. But I do plan to buy a lot more shortly, and see if an epic drops. To be honest, I'm not really interested in the ships in the epic tab, but it's always nice to get epic tokens. And then build back up my stash of X2 tokens. I did get 49 from what I had sitting in my account earlier. I've moved some over for the Jem'Hadar, Klingon and Romulan ships already, and upgraded a few of the Federation ones. So we'll all go there. And I've also got my dailies to do as well. So destroy Borg ships, destroy destructible torpedoes. The Prodigy, the Discovery or Discovery Refit would probably be the top three. I'm just going to the store just now, have a look here. The Kelvin does kind of, but it's got that absolutely awful Bizarre Collector effect, which may or may not ruin the look of your ship. So I would say Discovery Vanity, Discovery Refit, and Prodigy would be your three Toxin. What I can do, might have had to actually scrap the Discovery one, because if you apply that to a Klingon line character, it does change the look, as does the Kelvin. Tell you what, let's jump over to... Let's try to think which one to jump over to. I'm going to throw one of these in the bank just now, and we'll jump over to my Jem'Hadar one. Matter of fact, I've got actually... They need to do that. I've got alien ships here. I am. Let's grab the sonar intel. Then we'll beam up. It's not exactly the fastest at the moment because everybody's logging in for the lithium event. Right. So at the moment that's got the barrel on it just now. So if I change that, so if you're Federation aligned, putting the discovery on, so that gives you Bassard collector effects everywhere. So it does give you almost a Federation hull material. The Kelvin, so as I said, because it's got the Bassard collectors everywhere, it's the god awful one, but hull material wise, very Starfleet-ish. Discovery refits. And just the darker grey for this one. So apparently this ship has no deflector, no impulse engines, no warp nacelles, only Bassard collectors. But I thought since we were kind of in an insurrection mood that it would go quite nicely. That was also the first one I grabbed. And there's the Prodigy one, so again it's got that nice grey hull material on it. But if you want a fully alien ship, beam back down. I think I've got an Undine one sitting there. Have a quick look. Yeah. I say the whole ship's an interesting choice. It just depends on how the gimmick works. I don't think it's going to be a mainstream used ship. I think we're talking theme builds with it, if anything. Like Dawson, you've got a choice. You've got an Undine, Liberated Borg, Suabon ship, a battleship there, or a Zindi ship. Which one do you want to see? We'll just give him a minute because he's on YouTube, and YouTube is well behind everything else. Speak now or forever hold your peace. No preference. We'll go into Hive Elite just now. Let's see if Toxint even. Oh, there you go, Borg. There we go. Right, Liberated Borg, there we go. So that should give me a chance to add a couple of traits to this one. Also remember. Right. Let's get out of there for a start. And of course, I'm at the arse end of DS9. I want to be closer to the sun. Shield distribution is doing my nutting. The fact that it keeps moving even after I save the trace. Right. Okay, there we go. I mean, cannons, behave yourself. This is my theme ship. Right, so Disco first off. So it's not exactly the best of lighting in this system, but gives you an idea. Disco refit is just a darker grey on it. Dark Warden, thank you very much for the follow. Hello, welcome. And there's the Prodigy one. And if you really want to see the Kelvin, find it. Just a lighter grey. So that's your best choices if you want alien ships to have a more of a Federation look. So let me add a couple of traits onto this, and then we'll I do have a habit of doing a bit of broadsiding with this one. And ooh, complex plasma. That's a good shout for that one as well, since we're using plasma on it. Right, back to DS9, back into the Ark Royal, and then we'll go and do a high space. So yeah, so the Disco and the Kelvin, as I say, you've just got to, it's no problem at all, that's what we're here for, mate. Interaction. So yeah, so with the Kelvin and the Discovery one, they do have different appearances on KDF. So if you're on a KDF character, you won't get the Federation look, you'll get the whatever they try to pass off as Klingons in Discovery, or you'll get the Kelvin timeline green Klingon ships. Right, back to here. Yes, right. So let us jump into a hive. Not ground, space. And we'll just wait for this to pop. So once I get the dailies out of the way, I'll open up the lockboxes, and then we'll 99%, that seems a bit low. So it's 99.9. So it ships in the game really, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll open up the lockboxes after doing the hive, and then I'll jump into Korfez for anybody that's wanting to join. And batter through that, and then start doing some Phoenix packs. And I say I've opened about 200 to 250 roughly since my last epic token dropped. So there's a very slim chance that we'll get one tonight, but we'll try. But it's predominantly grabbing the ship upgrades. That's what I'm going for. Because that way, if a mud bundle sale ever does appear, at least I'll be able to upgrade the ships. Depending on the next Zen Store bundle, if the ships are worth upgrading or not. so I'll have them there for that. Most likely not for the summer event ship, probably not for the winter event ship either. So it's always good to have a stockpile of them, because you never know when the next Phoenix event's going to be. Oh, this is taking forever to do anything tonight. Right. Maximum effort. God, why the hell will these not just stay where I put them and save them when I save them? We got in anyway, so we've got Enterprise J.
Become one with us.
See if for some bizarre reason my emergency power to engines wasn't working there. Spinning, that's a good trick. Even the DPRM couldn't save me there from that explosion. Sadistic. That start as you mean to go on this it. Ooh. Quite a bit of damage there. Weird to think this ship might not be the best idea to take into Korfez, given the fact it's struggling with the Hive Elite, which is most likely because I'm just running gung-ho into it. Surprisingly enough, I've not noticed many misfires in this so far. I was getting quite a few on console earlier on. Just doing a red alert. You can go off people really easily. I think I might take either the Odyssey or the just to see how it sticks into Korfez, I think. Sneaky one all the way over there. It's not cricket. What I should have done was actually put on the trait from this and just done all the mines. That would have been fun. So nice we get the cutscene twice. I noticed on console I managed to get myself blown up with one of them in the Borg Red Arc because of feedback pulse. I didn't think they had that, but apparently they do. Right, job done. Now on to the more fun things.
This is not the end.
Right, and we are out. There we go. Yep. Nice and simple as that. Right, let's see what we can spend on. I'm curious why it's got weapon damage space, yet it's got a picture of a handheld phaser. Interesting conundrum. Right, let's see if we get anything out of these lockboxes in. So 6 Borg and then the rest Infinity and see what we get. One dog pack. Nothing overly exciting out of that. Let's see if Infinity does any better. So far, not so much. God almighty. That last one there, decent. Alright. I think we can call that pretty an unsuccessful opening. Is that the kit module? See if we get anything out of this. Stasis drone. Well, for once it wasn't the Sung drones, which is normally what I get out of them. Ground traits. Herp research. I'll get something out of that. Make some EC, but I don't think it'll be enough to cover. throw all this in here just now out of the way. Hey, there's 113 will be towards the summer event. Oh, missed one. Right, let's go and try and get a ship that might actually survive Korfez, and then we shall queue for a public one and see what happens. So something that's a bit manoeuvrable. Choice of the Odyssey. Just to see her kicking about somewhere. That's it. Just to see her, or the sticks. Yeah, if I can find it. That's it. So the sticks and the Audie's got the hanger bait, and the Just to see her doesn't. I'm thinking Odyssey. What day? This is a very old build. Yeah, I'm going to have to make some alterations. Not that, I want Helios console is what I want. Broadside console. There we go. Don't need domino. Put that on. Definitely don't want the chevron separation. Where is it? Should just went with the sticks, so at least that bill's done. Right, we got this on there. What else do I want? That's not that one. No, not that one. Might put the chronophage on. Perhaps. There's plot armor. Let's stick that on. Take that off. Polymorphic probe. I'm going to put Gemini on this. Put Gemini on. Stick that one. And that. Right. Yeah, Joey's just sorting everything else out. Come on, yeah. Do that. I just need to go and sort out the trays now. This is me and my bright ideas. Although to be fair, if a mud bundle sale had dropped today, I'd been doing this with new ships anyway, so. Right. Bloody hell's going on here? This tray is all kinds of mess. Not even mess in a good way either. So, should be up there. That shouldn't be on. Down here, it goes there. What the bloody hell? Right, that's going to be too much a pain in the backside to try and fix. This ship is a mess. Sticks it is. I'm going to have to go and thoroughly sort out that build, because that is just an absolute mess. That's slightly better. Stick that on. Yep. I'll run with that. Okay. I'm queuing up for a battle with Korfez. Must be one of the few people that actually voluntarily queues up for Korfez. Yeah, I know. I'm nice that way. God, what else wannabe going on about that? There's the squad. My people. Well, Dalton, the best thing to do is go into real merch. They've got an 85, well, up to 85% off.
Ships have invaded the area around Korfez. I will be acting as flag captain for a small task
on the overall ship models.
Once your team has formed up at the rendezvous coordinates,
So
you will enter the Korfez
plenty of space, plenty of places to spend money there since Cryptic Deca don't want it. And of course my affiliate code's in the description there if you want an extra 5% off that. Subtle hint. One person's decided to leg it already. Look at the server lag on that. Right, this is extremely bad server performance. This is going to be interesting. At least they survived the first phase. Let's see what we get next.
We've established an automated blockade.
Yes, but it's
Stop the
not
bot
too
warships
bad.
breaking through our defense line.
Don't stop, keep moving. It says keep moving, you know, it's stuck in those stupid bleeding anchor drones. Something about saucer separation. Very nice. Don't see that too often in the game. Firing weapons would help.
Stop the bot warships breaking through our defense line.
Come on, go up already. See, I really like a lot of little ships buzzing around and annoying them.
Stop the bot warships breaking through our defense line.
I have to take the Avengers approach here. Turn them back or turn them to act.
Stop the bot warships breaking through our defense line.
The annoying thing is it doesn't say how many we can actually afford to let through before it fails.
Stop the bot walker. Break the push. That's fine.
Walk already, come on. What more to go and get?
Stop the bot walker. Break the push. That's fine. Stop the bot walker. Break the push. That's fine. Stop the bot walker. Break the push. That's fine.
Say we're doing alright, considering the fact that we're one player down.
The Teray are sending a small task force to destabilize the
Teray.
underground tunnels from under.
Oh well. It was fun whilst it lasted. Yes, I know, I know. But it sounded so good. Definitely not brave enough just to hang about there, I tell you. Yeah. Our goose is cooked. My Helios console just reset.
We're pushing the Vaadwaur back, but they're not going to leave without a fight. And if they can't take the planet, they'll destroy it.
We actually got through that phase. Wasn't expecting that. Really wasn't expecting that.
Pushing the Vaadwaur.
Let's see, why is that not working? See when it just draw its fire and let the heavy hitters have their fun. See, I've lost my mouse. That should be my catchphrase. I've lost my mouse.
Excellent work. I'll admit, I was skeptical that you and your teammates were up to the task.
That was bloody skeptical and all, to be honest. There we go. Told you we're doing very well. Right. My usual. Here we go. So, Korfez handled nicely. Right. Changing ships again. Maybe not that one. It will graze her out for a spin. Cool. Right. Let's do some Phoenix boxes then. Oh, but that's 91 first, and then I might buy some more. Nothing else, my finger's getting a workout. Well, so out of 91 boxes, 49 rares, 29 very rares, and 13 ultra rares. Tell you what, actually, we'll keep a running tally. That's what we'll do. Yes, it was actually quite surprised. I actually got through that, to be honest. Yeah. Ah, the hell, why not? I don't use dill for anything. I was actually very, very surprised we actually got through the 2-race stage. I really was. Right, so another 300 to open. Here we go. We should have the Rocky themed song on the background here. That's what we should have. This will be